What's up, y'all? This is the first episode of the UTR Draft Podcast. I'm Ian Harper. A lot of you guys know me as Under the Radar Scouting on Instagram. First episode here on YouTube. First guest here. Tell me who we got.
Nahsir Morgan, senior.
Yeah, man. Nahsir Morgan, receiver at Delaware Valley D3 school. You know, this last season, balling out, 40 catches, 728 yards, 11 touchdowns. You know, had a great year, obviously, going to the Tropical Bowl. A lot of eyes on you. Really kind of putting on a show there. Obviously, great to have you on, man.
Definitely a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing that, you know, kind of that I want to know about, and a lot of people watching this want to know about, is you're a small school guy. Obviously, going to Delaware Valley, played at Virginia Union for a little bit. Mm-hmm. How do you work to kind of break that stigma? Because, you know, everyone looks at the bigger school guys, and there's no questions about who they played, no questions about the kind of player that they are other than what they put on tape. With you, it's like, you know, he's playing well, he's balling out, but is he an NFL talent? He's not going up against some NFL guys. How have you kind of tried to break that over your college career?
I mean, knowing the things that I know, I definitely got the pleasure to play at all three levels, Division 1 through 3. So I got to see the ins and outs of college football, kind of. I mean, if you know how to play and you're good at it, they're going to find you. I don't care what level you at, JUCO, D1, D2, D3. If you're good, they're going to come find you. And I kind of stuck with that. I let that be my motivation, I could say. Me being at the little schools. Hey, man, it's just you got to be a dog, bro. Got to be a dog, man. Dog, they come find dogs. Put it like that, they come find the dogs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Tropical Bowl, they found you. You've been a dog all career. Obviously, had your biggest year of your career this year with Delaware Valley. Kind of take me through that experience because, you know, I went to the Senior Bowl. I had a great time there, kind of covering the players, covering the event. You have the Senior Bowl, you have the Shrine Bowl. Not as many people really talk about the Tropical Bowl, not as many people talk about like the Hula Bowl, some of those smaller bowl games that, you know, obviously ballers come from. Obviously, right. Guys like you, some of the people you went up against, different players that, you know, went there, had a great experience, have gone there in the past, went to the NFL. So just kind of take me through that week for you. What was it like, and how did you really kind of develop from the start of the week to the end?
Hey, man, that whole Tropical Bowl experience was one of a kind. First, we flew in. I got there a few days early because I had family that lived down there. So I got to go down there a few days early and get to enjoy some of the Florida weather before we got to work. Got to work out with the wide receiver coach and a few of the guys that actually went to the bowl to start off before we even like checked into the hotel. So we did all that. The whole Tropical Bowl, the whole experience though was a learning, I should say. Me actually coming from where I'm coming from, not too many people make it this far. So I really didn't have no one to talk to or ask for advice going to this event, but I definitely just pinned my ears back and went to work, man. So like I said, the first day, that Saturday was the first practice. Just meeting the guys. Everybody got FCS on their helmet, FBS on their helmet. People from all over the country. You're just meeting guys and that you never seen before, and you're going against guys that play on TV on Saturdays. Yeah. So it was, for me, it was I finally got somewhere kind of moment. Just lining up in front of people that has a name, and dominating was probably the best feeling. 2 touchdowns. Yes, it was huge. I talked to a lot of different teams. One of the biggest ones were the Lions.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely kept in contact after making some of the huge plays that I did. But like I said, the whole experience was definitely wonderful, and I definitely recommend it to a lot of guys that are going through this, that will go through this next year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously you were balling. You know, CBS Sports, Emory Hunt, they had you as one of the biggest game standouts for, you know, obvious reasons. Going through the week, really, what was, I don't know, kind of a point that you were like, man, I'm absolutely going, like, I'm going hard, I'm dominating this, I'm going crazy, like, this is going to really get me somewhere? Or was there kind of a certain rep or a moment where you were really just like, man, like, I'm here and I'm doing my thing?
I mean, like my trainer says, boat with speed, man, it ain't by accident. So not to be cocky, not to for
Go
me,
for it.
none of that. Nah, I'm the most humblest guy that I know I can be. But it was another day in the office. I put it like that. It's another day in the office. I know the work that I put in, and I know the dedication and everything that I put into this game and my craft. For me to just go out there and just, hey, this is another walk in the park. No matter the competition, no matter who's in front of me, no matter what it is, I know that I put in the work before I got there for me to get there, for me to show out. So I just put my best foot forward, man, and just rock out.
Yeah, absolutely. Because obviously you've been gaining a lot of traction kind of since then. I had you in one of my Tropical Bowl biggest standouts. Obviously, I'm working out with CBS Sports. You talked a little bit about, talking to the Lions as one of the biggest teams. Obviously, you're a Philly guy. I've talked to you before. I got the Philly flag up here. We've been celebrating with the bowl win, everything. But if there was one place you could go to, one kind of quarterback to play with, one receiver you could learn from, if you could, it's like, say it's Madden, Road to Glory or whatever, you could handpick your spot to be wherever you want to go, start of your rookie season, where would it be, and kind of tell me why?
Sheesh. I always tell my family, I say I want to wake up with palm trees every day. But to play on any of the 32 teams would be a blessing. But growing up, childhood dream, man, the Philadelphia Eagles, bro. I would love,
baby.
I would love, literally, I would love to play for those guys. To be inside their organization, to feed off of my favorite receiver, AJ Brown, to learn from guys like Devontae Smith and things of that nature, to play for Jalen Hurts, and just it would be a dream, man. It would be a huge dream. That'd be definitely one of them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as a Philly fan, I'd love to have you on there. It'd be kind of, I've talked to a few guys, talked to Kenny Gainwell a few years ago, obviously seeing him now, but that's obviously sick, kind of just seeing players that you talk to go on your team. And speaking of the Eagles, kind of more of a technical question here. You talked about AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. You're a bigger receiver, obviously 6'3", kind of like in that 190-ish range. So you're a physical guy. How do you both kind of use that to your advantage, but also in Tropical Bowl, in regular games and everything, show teams that you're not just a physical guy that can win one-on-one reps, and you're not just a guy that's going to rely on his physicality and can use some nuance to his game?
I mean, well, that comes with training. Like I said, I've been playing this game since I was 4. So just picking up different things, learning from different guys, watching film on different players, and even some of my basketball aspects comes into play at times. I honestly just let things happen, like on the field. I would say I probably tried not to think too much. I just let things fall how they fall. But I know I can't be stopped, kind of. So it's like,
yeah, I got you.
You line up in front of me, man. You gotta stop me. So, I mean, I just put it like that. I'll work you.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously,
the routes or anything of that nature, I'm gonna just outwork you.
Absolutely, and obviously, talked about it a lot. Small school, obviously, you're never really gonna kind of escape that tagline, and obviously, it's not necessarily a bad thing, kind of being the underdog and working up there. But looking at the draft, obviously, let's say either you're a late round pick, obviously, or you go undrafted, you find yourself on the team for training camp. What are you going to try and show teams from day one that you're saying, you know what, I'm like, this is why I should be on the roster. This is why you cannot overlook me. D3, D2, wherever I went, whatever I've done in my past, this is what I am right now. You have to make me on your team. What's kind of your pitch to the NFL teams in the pre-draft process and from day one in training camp, summer camp, whatever? What are you trying to do to get that to work?
I just want to outwork everybody that's in front of me. From the starters to the guys that got drafted to the guys that didn't get drafted to the guys that got signed, the free agent, just like me. I just want to outwork everybody. I want to show myself that I can do it before anybody else because I know I can. I have kids that I have to feed. So if that don't work, they don't eat. So I'm putting that as my number one motivation and my only motivation. I just want to work and have fun because this, like I said, if I'm not, I've been dreaming of this since I was a kid. I've been having fun with it since then. So I wouldn't stop now, especially when I'm getting paid to do what I actually love to do. So that'd definitely be just another day in the office. Put in the work, another day in the office.
Definitely, man. And obviously, I don't want to kind of put you on the spot with anything here, but you talk about the NFL as that kind of that final dream, that final goal. If you were to put yourself in your headspace in a few months from now, you're getting that call either on draft night or right after the draft, whatever team's on the line, whatever GM saying, "Hey, what's up, man? We love your game. We're picking you up." What right now? What do you think is kind of will be going through your head in that moment? And how are you kind of managing really the mental aspect of I'm so close to this dream, I'm so close to where I want to be, but I've just got to keep pushing and keep getting there right until I get that call?
Well, I really don't kind of overthink things. I kind of live in the moment, so I take things day by day. I get different phone calls from different guys every day, different coaches, different things of that nature. So I don't know, I wouldn't say hold my emotions in, but I know how to react to certain things now because I'm older. When I got my first offer in high school, I kind of freaked out, ran around the block, and
I bet
did so much little kid things. Now it's just everything that I pray for is unfolded. So prayer works, man. It's just the win is going to happen. You just can't worry about the win.
Yeah, I mean, kind of talking about really the win is going to happen. Looking at, I don't want to just be a box score watcher. Obviously, as a scout, that's the thing I don't want to be. But looking at your career, obviously, you had a few decent years here and there, different schools, VUU and stuff. But you really clicked this year. It was your best year by far. Just completely going off, just tearing apart defenses week by week. Transitioning from different schools and trying to really find your groove. What kind of helped you develop along that path, and how did you really hit your stride this year and just take off to levels that obviously anyone in the D3 space just looking at your name would be like, wow, I mean, guys, just on another level right now?
I think it was more so of a trust thing. Throughout the years, I kind of was unreliable. I have a spark here, a spark there, a spark here, a spark there, but it was never consistent. I think that this year I was pretty consistent, and that's on and off the field, working out, training, things of that nature. I kind of never took serious until this year. It may sound bad to say, but this year was my year that I actually knew that I had a shot. So I had to take every precaution. I took everything to the T. I made sure everything was as sharp as possible. And it, like I said, it came down to trust. My coaches wanted to get me the ball throughout the years that I was there, but I never, like I said, was consistent enough to do that. So they always looked to other receivers that was consistent to be that guy. I felt that this year I was well prepared. I'll put it like that. I was well prepared for everything that was thrown my way. With I play inside, I play outside, I even play running back at times. So my coach was putting me everywhere to see where my head would be or how I would react to certain things. And I think I kind of did my thing. I definitely did my thing. And shout out to my quarterback, Louis Barrios.
Hey, shout him out, man. Come on now, shout him out.
He definitely put all his trust in me. And like I told him, my touchdowns are your touchdowns. So let's go shock the world.
Absolutely, man. Obviously, because I'm a big baseball guy. Been playing baseball since I was a little kid and everything. That's the thing. The one part that a lot of people that don't play the game or aren't really involved in the day-to-day stuff don't really get, because obviously you talk about you don't know if it's a good thing or not. But just hearing it on my side, it just seems like there's another gear there. Obviously, you took it to another level this year. You took it to a T, took it everything to the as good as you can possibly be. But looking at the way you play, looking at what you did in the Tropical Bowl, it seems like it's just everything's stacking now. Everything's stacking. I think there's just, in my opinion, a lot more levels left. And if you're an NFL team that's kind of, I'm not your agent or anything, but just pitching to them right here, right now, it seems like you love the game. Obviously, you got to love the game to play at this kind of high level. But you seem very, in tune with the small aspects of the game and just doing everything you can to just be at the top of your game and everything and really trying to get to that next level each and every day. And if you're an NFL team, obviously, I don't want to label you as a project because you're a smaller school guy and you're more unproven than some other guys, but you're not going to be like the number 1 overall pick. You're not going to be a guy where teams are like, let's throw all the money we possibly have at him. You're going to have to work for some stuff. Obviously, you know that from what you said tonight and what we've talked about previously before this podcast. But in your career, really just transitioning and kind of working up to that level, working up to that, looking at the NFL and looking at all those next steps that you're going to have to take, is it more of an excitement for you, or is it more of kind of, I know I can get there, but man, it feels like there's a lot I have to do to get there?
I mean, from growing up, it was always the little things matter to outdo everybody. I wasn't as tall as I am now, so growing up, I was a little guy. I had to be faster than everybody. I had to outthink everybody. I had to do a lot of things that a lot of people didn't have to do because they were naturally gifted.
Mm-hmm.
And my story, I didn't get taller until my sophomore year of high school, going into junior year. So all throughout there, I was short. I had to outthink everybody, and I really played basketball when I was younger. So
okay.
it was real live, like just basketball. Play football when you can. Until I got to high school and I got taller, and then it was like, man, you could go somewhere with this. And my coaches drilled and instilled in us every day, like, it's the little things, it's the little things, it's the little things, it's the little things, it's the little things. Coming from where we come from, Atlantic City only got 48 blocks in my whole town, in my entire city. So if you were doing something, the whole city knew what you were doing, when you were doing it, and how you were doing it. So if you weren't good, and they were going to let you know. Like, that's the kind of the town that I come from, whereas though everybody has an opinion, everybody is kind of like judgmental. So to avoid being picked on or things of that nature, it was go be great. Do the things that everybody else isn't doing. And fast forward to now, is I'm doing everything times 4. Like, I'm taking literally everything that I have in a gas tank every day and just draining it out. Getting up at 4 a.m. to get to the gym by 5. Getting back home, making sure that my kids are okay, get to school and everything like that. And then before they get out of school, I'm going to the gym again to get another workout in.
Jeez, dude.
Catching the ball as much as I can, running routes as much as I can throughout the day, just trying to better myself and give myself the tweaks that I need that I didn't think that I needed. But just like hearing different scouts' opinions and different coaches from different areas' opinion of my game just makes me work a lot harder to, I'll say, shut them up, because it's me coming from the little school and me being the small town guy. What can I do? I can't broadcast myself as much as everybody else do because of the area that I come from, the school that I'm at. So I just have to outdo everybody. Just got to be better.
Yeah, I love that comment about just really shutting them up, because talked about it tonight. Obviously, I've said it's not something you're going to be able to get away with. There's always going to be people looking down on you, like, oh, he's a D3 guy, he's never going to go anywhere. Oh, he didn't have 1,000 yards, he's not going to do this, he's not going to do that. All that kind of stuff. That's the mentality I'm looking for, obviously, in some of these guys that I'm covering, really kind of with the chip on their shoulder, not guys that are just like, oh, I know I'm better than this level, I'm just going to kind of walk through it. And really, it's been inspiration just hearing your background and everything and the way you've gone about all this stuff. And just kind of want to finish this on like a more of a lighthearted question. Talked about basketball a lot and everything. Is there one moment in your basketball career that you're really like, man, that's in my memory forever? Or is there like a teammate or somebody that you know that you just absolutely own every time you play them, and you really just kind of want to put that out there and be like, man, I'm always better than you. I know I'm better than you.
No, I got one friend that I never could beat. My brother, Nazim Derry. I could never beat him ever in basketball. That's one thing that he got over me. But, and I'm known in Atlantic City for playing basketball, man. I dunk from anywhere. I block a shot from anywhere. I could do it all. So I literally my last game, like, officially was probably like 2022 or 2021, something like that. Our summer league in our city that we have. like a Rutgers Park kind of thing. Like we have something like that, and we go out there and play. But I had to decide that summer, my last summer, that I was going to take football serious and get to the level that I want to get to and feed the family. So I definitely retired from that. I don't pick up a basketball anymore. I still could shoot a little bit. I still go in the gym when I feel like it, but I definitely don't like play serious anymore or anything like that. I definitely take football like a 120% serious, more serious than I did before. So that's the good thing.
But yeah, it's obviously just great to hear. Obviously, it's been great having you on. My last question for you is under the radar scouting. That's what I do. I try and shed light on these guys. Obviously, you deep through receiver, balling out in your own respect. Trying to find the guys that other people are finding and people are kind of looking over. Either if it's a guy that you played with, a guy that you know, or whatever. Who's one or two guys, however many guys you want, that you would want to shout out and say, like, I think they deserve a lot more attention from the media. I think that's someone that, I should go look at. And it's someone that really isn't getting the kind of love that they really deserve, that either, once again, you've played with, played against, or you just know as a friend.
My man, Sean Bolcom. He plays defensive end at Delaware Valley with me. Another one of my homies, Don Whalen. He goes to Vanderbilt. Who else? My man Deuce that go to Robert Morris. Damn, so many guys. Jada Byers from Virginia Union University.
Oh, yep.
A lot of my homies, man. Make sure you go check them out, bro. Make sure you definitely go check them out, brother.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone listen, I'll obviously check them out. You guys go check them out too. Kind of obviously I pride myself on trying to find some of these guys. Last year, my big get was Quantez Stiggers, the CFL cornerback that's now with the Jets. Hoping that you're my next kind of big hit here over in the small draft. But hey, man, it's great having you on. I'll be keeping close tabs on how you do over these next few months, and I'll definitely be hitting you up once you get either drafted or signed. So
yes,
everyone watch it. Once again, Nahsir Morgan, Delaware Valley. Remember the name. He's going to be in the NFL this year. Don't count him out once again. People be counting him out his whole career. Do not count this guy out. I've seen it. He can absolutely ball.
I like the count outs, man. That mean that they ain't watching no more. So I give them another show to watch. But
hell yeah, man.
Sure, bro. I definitely appreciate you, brother. Much love and everything. And good luck on your career, like you gave me. But I definitely make sure that everybody gives you a good look.
Appreciate you, man. Once again, yeah, everyone watching this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Anyone you guys want to see, I've got, a decent enough platform. I can reach out to a few guys, try and get them on here. So if anyone you guys want to see, anyone from this year, as your family or friends watching this, you want to be on it, players want to be on, guys you want to see on that, just comment down below, like the video, subscribe, do that whole thing. And once again, check out my boy, Nahsir Morgan, wide receiver at Delaware Valley. Make sure to check him out. Going to be in the NFL in a few months now. So
yes,
it's been a great interview, man. It's been a great interview. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you, brother.